Have you ever wondered what happens after death? What if a child, just 6 years old, had the opportunity to come back and tell what she saw after dying for 3 minutes? This is the story of a little girl who had an experience that challenges everything we know about life after death. Get ready to hear a story that will touch your heart and make you rethink the meaning of life and the afterlife. If you are curious to know what she saw, don't leave. Watch until the end, because you won't want to miss the details of this shocking story. After suffering a cardiac arrest, the girl was declared dead. For 3 long minutes, her parents and doctors believed she had passed away. But just as the doctors were about to officially declare her dead, she came back to life, and what she revealed next left everyone speechless. The little girl's story is more than just a simple near-death experience. It is a testimony to something beyond human comprehension. She said that while she was away, she was welcomed by an intense and warm light, something that could never be described in human words. This light enveloped her, and she felt at peace, as if she were floating far from the pains and fears of earthly life. She was not alone. By her side, she found figures that, to her, were familiar, but with an even deeper sense of love and protection. What do you think this light is? Leave your comment below. Do you believe it is divine light, or perhaps something else? Let's share your ideas. In her experience, the girl saw something even more impressive. She was taken to a wonderful garden full of vibrant colors that she had never seen before. There she found a large number of flowers that emitted an indescribable fragrance, something so sweet and pure that, according to her, it could not be compared to anything on earth. She described a peace so profound that her soul felt completely renewed. But what touched the hearts of those who listened to her the most was when she spoke about the loved ones she met in that garden. She met a grandmother she had never met, a woman who smiled at her with a love she had never felt in her life. The girl said that her grandmother told her that one day she would see her again. For her, this was the greatest certainty that death is not an end, but a continuation. Have you ever had an experience that made you believe that there is something after death? Share it with us in the comments. The girl also spoke about what she saw beyond that garden. She reported seeing a large, shining river that crossed a paradisiacal landscape. As she looked, she felt an inexplicable force that drew her to that place. She described the river as something that transcended everything she had ever seen, as if it were the water of life, something that purifies and renews each soul. But the story didn't stop there. She said that while she was in this heavenly place, she heard soft voices speaking in a language she didn't understand, but that somehow seemed very familiar. These voices seemed to be from people who had the mission of guiding souls to a place of eternal peace. She felt an immense serenity, and her fear of death completely disappeared. What kind of feelings does this awaken in you? What do you think of these mysterious voices that the girl heard? Let's talk in the comments. Before her experience, the girl didn't really believe in what people said about heaven and the afterlife. She thought that these were just stories told by adults. However, everything changed when she had this vision that changed her perception of life and death forever. Now she knows that there is something beyond, something that awaits us all, and this knowledge changed the way she sees the world. After the 3 minutes in which her life was considered lost, she returned to reality with a solid conviction about what she had experienced. When she opened her eyes, she was greeted with relief and joy by her doctors and family. But the transformation within her was profound and permanent. She knew that she had touched something much greater, something that transcended earthly existence. This 6-year-old girl's story left everyone who heard her in shock. How could she see and describe so clearly something that could only be understood by those who had already passed away? Her testimony has the power to shake many people's beliefs about what happens after death. She not only told a story of peace, but also a story of eternal love and a connection that goes beyond life. This girl's experience also leads us to reflect on the meaning of life. How many of us spend our lives worrying about small, unimportant things, when deep down, what really matters is love, spiritual connection, and inner peace? Are we prepared for what comes next, or are we just living on autopilot without questioning? What really matters? What do you think really matters in life? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Let's discuss it together. Skadai, this girl's testimony is a beacon of hope and a message that love never ends. Life is not the end, but the beginning of something great and eternal. Maybe this story is exactly what you needed to hear, to change your perspective on life and death. Never lose hope, because there is something beyond this reality. If you were moved by this story, share this video with your friends and family. Subscribe to the channel for more stories like this, and activate the bell so you don't miss any content. Leave your comment below about what you believe happens after death. Let's continue this conversation and share experiences.